snake eyes. Snake-eyed demons. Snake-eyed demons. You sneaky snake, little bitches, devil eyes, devil minds. Liars, liars, dance in the fire. Snake-eyed demons. Dance in the fire. I see what you are. No matter if you are near or far, I see what you are. Creepy creatures, filthy creatures, hell, real, matrix bitches, matrix shit, clown ass, snake-eyed demons. This is your home, hell realm. This is your tomb, hell realm. Snake-eyed demons, filthy matrix losers, losers. Stay here, burn in the fire. Shut the fuck up and burn, burn. Cockroaches, piss ants, demons, burn, burn, burn.
Hello. Hello, everyone. This video is about liars, demons, and their final destination. That song at the beginning is Snake-Eyed Demons. Written by me, showing these snake-eyed demons, showing you what's on YouTube, and showing you the envious like Jeremy. He's been envious of me for over 3 years. He can't compete. Not just with the number of videos or number of views. Original ideas, thoughts. He's outmatched. He's not even close. He's just an envious loser, like so many others. Is this your God sitting on a throne? Look at this. Are you going to worship creatures like this? Are you going to bow down and worship them just because they're on a throne? You're going to worship the ones sitting on thrones in hell? A lot of, quote, truthers, so-called truthers on YouTube, are just envious egomaniac losers. They're insecure. And that's what ego comes from, the ones that have inflated egos and Dunning-Kruger effect, where they're low IQ, but they believe themselves to be clever, and they think this is all about beefing and this and that. They don't realize that lying and smear campaigning, good spirits trying to put the truth out there, has consequences. They will pay for what they've done. They will pay for their lies. They don't understand how this works. Little Jeremy believes that all you have to do is 100% believe that you're getting out of here. Sounds like a little child's view. Just believe. Believe in Santa Claus. Believe in the Tooth Fairy. Just 100% believe and it will be real. You'll manifest it, in his New Age view. He's been making a lot of New Age comments and videos lately, claiming it's just about belief and that you manifest the reality you want. Really. This is a hell realm. This is a realm of degradation. This is a reincarnation slash recycling, stinky hell realm sewer matrix. And it's going to be sealed. It's going to be a closed system. All your wishful thinking in the world, Jeremy and other demons, won't help you. You've been envious of me making videos about me for years, thinking you're clever. Like, oh, I'm not going to say I'm a fan of Sanity Machine, but I'm going to keep making video after video for over 3 years about him. You're a fucking loser. That's what you are. You belong here. And Keith, Creepy Keithy, you're a loser as well. Mark Passio's a demented loser. Landry is a snake-eyed, demented loser. A lot of these creatures that people follow on YouTube are demons. And I pointed that out. I've exposed them. I've shown you not just their eyes, but their lies. Their eyes and their lies. I've shown you again and again. They don't care if you get trapped in hell. They don't care if you believe lies. It's a big game to them. It's a big joke to them. They don't give a shit about you, just like they don't care about the truth. They lie about me all the time, and they'll say, who cares? And then they'll call themselves truthers when they've been lying and lying and lying. They're liars. They're not beings that care about the truth. They're not truth seekers. They're not truth speakers. They don't view the truth as something to be viewed as sacred. They expose themselves when they do that. They show you that they're liars. And that's part of what I've been doing on my channel for years. Exposing these fakes on YouTube. Fakes, phonies, frauds, demons, felons, liars, pieces of shit. They try to slander and smear campaign. They belong here, liars and demons. This is their final destination. Right here. Right here in this hell realm. And this is where they will stay. You can see the demons in the fire melting, tormented, in agony. This is a hell realm, but it isn't in its final stage yet. This is what's coming. Something akin to what you're seeing on the screen. These were AI created, and baby truthers will say, oh, he uses AI. Yeah, I do. For visuals, absolutely. Do you think I have time to draw this or paint all of these images and still make videos? And no, of course not. Start thinking. I don't believe anymore that most people in this realm can think, and I didn't believe that for decades. But it's gotten more and more solidified that most people can't think. They attack, they're emotional, they lash out, but they don't think and say, what's the reason why he's really using this? To give you some visuals. I could have made this video with a blank screen, a black screen, and just spoken and used my voice. Sure, I could do that. But I'd rather do this. I'd rather depict this way and show you something. I'm showing you something. And that's sometimes helpful for people to see. To see. They learn by seeing. They're visual. They don't just learn by hearing words or reading words. They learn by seeing visuals. And I'm aware of this. I'm also aware that jealous, envious losers just attack. And they have nothing of substance. They're envious, emotional little zombies and demons. And they belong here. I can't trust them here. Do you think I would trust them with eternity? Of course not. Of course not. And I won't. I don't trust them here in this shitty place. The ones at the beginning of this video and lots more are not getting out of here. They're staying here. They belong here. They belong here. This is where they belong, in this place. This is their final destination. This hell realm will be sealed. They can't even fathom how that could be done. They lack knowledge, they lack magic, they lack imagination, they lack creativity. They're envious and jealous little creatures. And that's the way demons are. They live off of envy. They lash out. They don't care about the truth. They lash out with insults. Ego and envy-based insults and attacks. That's what they do. Look at them. They're melting. These demons are melting. Look at them. They're melting. They're melting. We're melting. We're melting. Help us. Save us. We're melting. They're losers. They're losers. They're melting demons. No one's coming to help them. No one is coming to help them. They deserve what they get. These losers, they attack the truth. They attack truth speakers. They don't care for others. They don't care for the truth. They'll lie and lie, knowingly lie and smear campaign people, start rumors, gossip, slander, smear campaigns, defamation of character. Constantly. That's what they do. Deep down, they're very, very highly insecure little creatures. Ego-driven losers. Envy-driven losers. It's what they are, these demonic creatures. I don't care how they look on the outside and if you can't see it. That's your failing. That's your limitation if you can't see at this point. You've been shown for years. If you can't see at this point where you are and what these creatures are, not just the snake-eyed look where they have the slit pupils. It's beyond that. It's their energy. It's their vibe. It's their behavior. It's their words. It's the way their voice sounds, resonates. It's a whole combination of things. It isn't just snake-eye pupils. It isn't just black eyes. It isn't just their nervous body language. It's a whole combination of things that I've tried to teach and show you. I've shown it on video. I haven't just said they're like this. I've shown example after example. And they get nervous saying, why do you keep showing these demons? Because I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to show you something about where you are with real world living beings, living demonic creatures as examples. I've shown you Kismet Spiral, for example, her demonic behavior on video. I've taken the time to make clips and to show it again and again and again, not just once, because most people don't learn by seeing it once. They need to be shown multiple times over the years, or they forget. They forget that they've been shown actual demons and demonic behavior, hissing, snarling, growling, violent, wishing death upon almost all of humanity, just the most sickening, violent displays, their neck, tendons, muscles beyond that, bulging out of their necks, looking fully demonic. And I've shown it to people. And most in this realm can't see. There's very few that can. Now, it's not my fault if 10 people in the realm can see, or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, and it isn't 500,000 or a million. That's not my fault. That's the way this realm is. If you can't see, or if the majority of the masses can't see, that's on them. That's not on me. That's on them. Take a look at this. There's a lot of manipulators on YouTube and influencers. They just want views. They want popularity. They want to be accepted. They're looking for validation, acceptance, approval. They're looking for people to tell them how good they are or how much they like their fucking shitty videos or channel. That's a lot of what's on YouTube. They're not looking for truth and speaking truth. They'll even say they don't care if what's true or not, or if they're lying about someone. They don't care. They don't care. And that's common in this realm and on YouTube. The lack of care for truth itself is common. At Bohemian Grove, the demons gather, the rich and famous demons gather, part of the Bohemian Grove Club, and they do a ceremony, cremation of care. They cremate the care. They burn it into ashes and dust. They're against care. And a lot of beings in this realm that are not rich and not famous follow suit. They don't care. They've become demonic in this realm. Whether they were born demonic or born as a spirit that wasn't demonic and after lifetimes here became that way, the result is the same. Now, can I look at someone and tell, hey, that person was born demonic, they're 40 years old now, or 35, or whatever the case may be? Can I determine just by looking at them that they were born demonic? No, I would say no, I can't. Maybe in some small instances, maybe I could, maybe. But most times I'd have to lean towards no. I don't know if they became demonic or were born that way. If I don't know them as a stranger, if I met this demon on the screen and that's 45 years old, I wouldn't be able to tell if it, as a newborn, if it came in here demonic, or if it's been here many lifetimes and become demonic. Because this realm degrades you spiritually. It influences you. It turns beings demonic. It takes away the good essence or spiritual essence of you and makes you like these creatures on the screen. That's what this place does. It does what it's designed to do. It is designed to make you demonic, to make you like the rest here, to drain you, to degrade you, to change you into this, what you see on the screen. Now, do you have no role in that? I would say no, you do have a role, because some of you give in, you go along. You don't resist evil. You don't stand against evil. You tune into my channel or watch videos and laugh. It's just entertainment to you. You don't look at Hollywood as demonic. You don't look at the media as demonic, and it comes from Medea, from a place of sorcery and witches and spells and curses. Medea, the media. It is demonic. You're in a demonic realm. And a lot of you on YouTube and a lot of you in this realm won't acknowledge that you're in a demonic realm. You're in denial at best. Or you think it's just funny. You laugh at the truth. You laugh at the truth like cackling demons. You laugh at the truth like cackling demons. You see, hear, excuse me, see, hear, believe, repeat. Excuse me. You see, hear, believe, repeat after evil, after demons. That's very common in this realm. Now, if you don't do that, then I don't mean you personally. But most in this realm do that. Most in this realm see, hear, believe, and repeat shit. Creepy Keithy does that. He repeats that bullshit about the Anunnaki and lots more. He calls this place a planet. They just repeat after whatever they're told. They're not thinkers. They're followers. They're repeaters. Jeremy's another one. Landry's another one. Mark Passio's another one. With his spinning globe intro for 12 or 15 years on YouTube. Him calling this a planet. They see, hear, believe, repeat. That's not thinking. That's being an automaton, a robot, a parrot, a sheep, a follower. It's not being a thinker. It's not being an individual, a thinker, an individual being with a mind. Now, they don't necessarily have to have a genius mind like mine. They never will. They're outmatched. Those creatures, and many, many millions more, outmatched. And they know it. That's why they hurl insults and gang up and attack. Because they know intellectually they can't match me or outmatch me or outsmart me or outwit me or outcreate me or outimagine me. They can't outlast me. They can outnumber me. They have the numbers, definitely. So what? That doesn't scare me, being outnumbered. I'll charge into a place where I'm outnumbered, whether it's a panel or a battle, and say, let's go. Bring it on. Because I know I'm stronger. Now, some of you don't have that figured out yet. You're a little bit confused. And I won't name names, but some of them say, you're so confident, but they don't realize it's more than confidence. They don't know the basis of my confidence. They don't know why I'm confident in myself. They don't understand. They have that surface level view. He comes across as confident. Well, anyone on YouTube could see that. What's the source of my confidence? What's the basis? What are the reasons why I'm confident in what I'm saying? You might want to look deeper to what I've shown you. There are reasons for what I do. There's a meaning for my message. There's a purpose. It has a basis. It's not baseless like what you're used to in this realm. You've been conditioned to listen to fucking zombies spewing, just going, ugh, and you're going, oh, okay, well, maybe it's true, maybe not. You got to learn to see the truth if you want to get out of here. If you never want to leave here, you don't have to do anything. You can be lazy for eternity here. If you never want to get out of here, you don't have to do anything that I'm saying or suggesting. You can crumple it up into a ball and throw it into a trash can and say he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's a lot of work. I'm not going to do that. And stay here. You can stay here forever. That is a choice available to you. I'm not taking that away from you. You can be lazy and ignorant and laugh this off and stay here forever if you want to. But I'm showing you what it's going to turn into. And worse than these images. In fact, I can't show on YouTube how bad it will get here. This is about as far as I can show on YouTube. But you'll be eating each other alive, cannibalizing each other, eating each other's faces off, and doing, we'll say, violating each other in many ways. And groups violating one. It's going to be fucking horrendous here. A hell realm beyond what most of you can imagine, because I know your imaginations, most of you humans on Earth, you've given up your imaginations or had them destroyed, and you let it happen. You let them destroy little by little, gradually. It didn't happen in a moment or in a day. But gradually, in school and beyond school, your imaginations have been destroyed. You can't imagine this place being worse than what it is. A lot of you have said this to me on YouTube. It's going to get a lot worse. And I'm trying to show you and warn you and tell you, choose wisely. But those words fall on deaf ears for the most part. There's very few in this realm that can think seriously and see truth and go, that makes sense. You can see the pattern. You can see, like a graph, the decline going down, 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 getting worse, 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 getting darker, getting more evil, people getting more demonic. It's observable. But most of you humans don't pay attention, and you laugh off the truth, and you're entertained by it, and you watch animals suffering, and you're entertained by it by the millions. You watch videos of lions tearing apart a zebra, or tearing apart a baby crocodile, or a little hyena, or some animal in Africa, and you're entertained. Millions of you will watch and comment, and almost none of you feel the suffering and cruelty and say this design's fucked up, it's sadistic, it's evil, it's wrong, it's cruel, it's full of suffering by design. I could read millions of comments and you don't do that. You don't see. You just are entertained by someone or something else suffering, you evil fucks. And that's what most of you are in this realm. You're entertained by the suffering of other people or animals in the wild. That's why millions of you watch those nature videos that are brutal, and you love it. You love it, don't you? Don't you? Millions and millions of you watch those videos. They always have millions of views. And I don't think all the views are rigged either. I think that's baby truther level. Oh, well, people aren't that way. It's all just fake. People aren't that way. People don't like watching animals get eaten alive and torn to pieces. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. You're in denial, you baby truthers. You're in denial. You're avoiding the truth. You're avoiding facing it, which means you're weak. You're not honest. You're not trustworthy. How can I trust you when you willfully avoid looking at the truth and acknowledging it and acknowledging what this realm is? I can't trust you. You're a liar. You lie even to yourself. You go into denial. You lie to yourself. A lot of humans lie to themselves in this realm. The mass majority. They lie about nature. They lie about suffering. They lie about the design. They lie about God. They lie about where they are. They lie about, Monster Earth. They call it Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Gaia. Oh, it's so loving and nurturing and it provides for us, they say. They're liars. They're liars. A lot of you are following and listening and repeating after liars. And you feel like there's nothing wrong with it. You'll say, well, it's normal, Stephen. Of course we follow liars. Whether they're rich, famous, in the media, whether they're just liars on YouTube, running shitty Team Evil shit channels on YouTube. Most of you follow liars, and you feel comfortable with that. It doesn't bother you. It should make you feel a certain type of way when I expose it and say, you're following fucking liars. You should feel some shame and embarrassment and say, yeah, I was following absolute liars, deceivers, liars, manipulators. You should feel shame. I'm not saying to hang on to that shame into your grave. I'm not suggesting that at all. But momentarily, you definitely should feel some shame and say, I was duped. I followed fucking liars teaching me things that are completely false, like Mark Passio with his fake spinning globe at the beginning of all of his videos. It's mind control right at the beginning. It's the same as Hollywood. There's no difference between Mark Passio and Universal Studios in that respect. He is a liar, and he's a Satanist. Oh, but he said he quit. Well, if you can't trust a lying Satanist, who the fuck can you trust, right? You fucking gullible truthers, baby truthers. You trust the worst of the worst. You trust Satanists. You trust felons. You trust sex offenders on YouTube. You trust evil. And then you'll come to me saying, not him too, not Mark too, not Jason of Archaics too, not Howdy, not Tony Sayers and his shit sandwiches. And that's the way you sound, baby truthers. Not Creepy Keith, rebellious meth puppet. No, not him. Not Jake the Fake. Not Jeremy from Real People Shit Channel. No. And then you'll do what a lot of liars do, like Satoichi. You call everyone demons. You just call everyone demons. Well, it is a demonic realm. Most of you are. I don't call everyone demons, but most of you are. And you prove it by your behavior and what you choose and who you follow and who you attack and not caring about the truth. You'll slander me and say, who cares if it's false? You don't care because you just want to do harm to me and my reputation. That's all you want to do. You're not truth seekers. You're liars. You're dishonest. That includes Demon Slayer. It includes Jeremy. It includes lots. Jake the Fake. Many, many more. Zatoichi. Chrissy Pissy Shateris. Green Wizard, a.k.a. Lion Sword, Little Derek. Mushroom Lyote. And lots more. Bextra Lard. The list goes on. There's a lot of liars out there. Jason Braziers calling me a troll when I went on there. You lie and lie and lie. One of my trolls. You're one of my trolls. My books. Got my books. Yeah, I know you. You're one of my trolls. One of my trolls. I said I'm not a troll. I'm a truth speaker. Oh, okay, man. Okay. You're going to learn the hard way, a lot of you, that you don't care about the truth. And care is a huge part of this. Caring about others, caring about the truth, caring about the suffering here, and saying this is wrong, and realizing it in a deep spiritual way, not just a surface way like, oh yeah, this place is kind of fucked up and I don't care. No, it's about really deep caring, understanding where you are. And most people are unwilling to do that because they don't care. So long as they're not suffering, they don't care if there's suffering and horrendous atrocities all around them. So long as they're okay in their little bubble. Well, I have enough money to live. I have enough money to buy food. I'm comfy. I have a house and furniture and 3-car garage. And I have 3 cars, expensive cars, vehicles in the driveway and a SUV that's $120,000. And I have this and I have this and I have kids and they're well dressed and all by all appearances, I'm happy. I'm happily married and that's what people are like. And I'm showing them it's a hell realm. Well, that's not me. My life's okay. My life's good. Well, your kid doesn't have leukemia. They're not dying in the hospital. Your kids aren't starving to death. You haven't had your family murdered. You haven't watched people suffer for months and months or years with cancer and with the so-called treatments and turn into a skeleton before your eyes and die and suffer and suffer and suffer, and there's nothing you can do about it. A lot of you don't care so long as it's not you. Well, that's this lifetime. Some of you might get through this lifetime to the end and say, that wasn't hard. It was pretty easy. But you're getting recycled. You get to do this again. Maybe you'll be suffering the next lifetime. And I'm not wishing that upon you. But it's the risk you take. It's a spin of the roulette wheel. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get in your next lifetime. You don't know how bad it could be here. You don't know what's coming. You don't know how bad this can get in this realm. You don't know. Do you? And most of you don't want to look. Most humans is what I mean. I don't necessarily mean you viewing it, listening right now. Most humans don't want to look and say, this place is horrific for so many here in this place right now. It's already a hell realm for them every day. But the attitude of many is, who cares? It's not me. Who cares? That's them over there. I only care about my household, my immediate family is the attitude of many. That's the mindset of many in this realm. Selfish, self-centered, egocentric, no care beyond their immediate little tight circle. Everyone else could be being tortured. They wouldn't care. They don't care. They don't care. And that's one of the reasons why I call them demonic. And I know lots of you stop short. You hit the brakes going, well, they're human. They're not demonic. You refuse to see. And that will bite you in the ass in the end. Because the entities will use that against you. That you don't see this as a demonic hell realm. So be it. They'll devise ways to get you to come back here. To trick you, to convince you. They'll come up with something. Because if you left this realm, you say, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Stephen was just exaggerating. He was just hyperbolic. He was calling this a demonic hell realm, full of demons and evil and suffering. And it really isn't that bad. There's flowers, and there's lakes and rivers, and oceans and forests, and amusement park rides, and roller coasters, and ice cream. And pizza. And there's chewing tobacco. And motorcycles. And we shot rifles, and it was fun. We did target shooting, and we had maybe slingshots, and we had rifles and shotguns, and Maybe we played with swords. We went camping. We built forts. We did this. We did that. We went skiing. We went boating. Wasn't that bad. Stephen's just exaggerating. I'm fooled by the beauty and the fun. Right? Because surely if it isn't 100% evil and hell and people burning forever, it can't be a hell realm. If there's any little bit of fun in their minds, that disproves me somehow. As though they're not going to use that to deceive you as an illusion. We'll sprinkle a little bit of fun on top of suffering and disease and evil. And it's enough to fool humans. They're easily duped. Easily duped by that. Didn't you ever have fun growing up? Somebody left me a comment recently. The comment was like a page long. Are you saying that you never had fun growing up? I never said that. They'll put words in my mouth. It's another part of this demonic realm. Demons do that. They put words in your mouth. They twist things. They manipulate. They gaslight. Gaslighting is demonic. I have a video on that. I have videos covering all sorts of topics. And envious losers will just say, oh, well, he makes a lot of videos, but nobody watches what he does, so it's not good. So you think it would be more valid or better if 1 million people watched each video? It wouldn't change the content. The number of views doesn't determine if it's accurate or valid or brilliant or not. Dummies, the ones like Jeremy, morons like that. The amount of viewers doesn't change what the content is. The content is true, accurate, observably true, and brilliant, and different from any other content on YouTube or on the internet or in libraries. You can't buy this at a school and spend $200,000 a year going to an Ivy League school. You can't get this by buying it. Bashing me doesn't change it at all. It just shows you're weak, insecure, and you're an envious liar. And that's what a lot are walking this realm. Walking dead, zombies, zombie, demon-tard liars. That is the dominant culture here. Zombies and demons. Not intelligent, honest truth speakers. There's hardly any of those on Earth in reality. Even if that doesn't make you feel good to hear that. It's reality. Try and find me 100,000 honest beings that are truth speakers, that care about the truth, that would look at my channel and be honest about it. You'll never do it. I know that already. Because I know what this realm is. I know where I am. That's how I know. I've studied where I am, which is something most of you don't do. You don't want to face where you are. You don't want to face what this place is, how it works, how it operates, how it's designed, and how it's populated by demons that would lie about me with a smile on their face. They'd lie about me if they were in a courtroom and they knew it was going to get me the death sentence. They would lie and try to get me sentenced to death. They are liars. I don't trust them at all. They're malicious, liars, malignant narcissists. That's what they are. Lots of them. And it's going to be eye-opening for you one day when this turns this way. It'll be too late, though, when you see it this way. You got to see it before then. That's the key. You got to see now or pay later. See it now as it is or pay later. Look at the realm the way it is. Not the way you wish it was. The way it actually is. Look at the realm with honest spiritual eyes to see how it works. Look at where you are. Look at this place. Look at the design. Look at the evil. Look at the evil in power. Look at the evil at the bottom of the pyramid. All the way up. Every tier. From the gutters below the last tier base level of the pyramid to the middle, to the tip top, to the capstone. It's all the way. Supporters of evil, defenders of evil, ones being evil. And the excuses come out. They don't know what they're doing, Stephen. Oh, they know. They often laugh when they lie. They laugh. They laugh and cackle when they lie about me. I see what they do. I see how evil this place is, how it's full of evil, lies, manipulation, deception, disease, suffering, pain, torture, trafficking, sickness, demonic sickness, evil, demonic evil, demonic evil. And that makes perfect sense. Okay, I'll put it that way. It makes perfect sense if you start looking at demonic evil. There is such a thing as demonic evil. There are other forms of evil as well. But this realm is dominated by demonic evil. It is dominated. And they'll use a bit of beauty to convince you and dupe you. They'll show you a little bit of beauty on the surface, and it's more than enough to fool most humans. Most humans are easily duped in this realm. Easily duped. Sprinkle a little bit of beauty on top of evil and on top of disease and suffering and violence and viciousness. And they say, well, it's not all bad. Don't you see the beauty? I see beauty here. I see the flowers. I see the trees. I see this. And it dupes you. It dupes you. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at the flames. Look at the horns. Look at the expression on her face. Take a good look. Take a good look. Take a real good look at the images in this video. This video. There's diversity. This is an Oriental demon. You saw some Negro demons earlier. I think there's also some brunette-haired, and there was a ginger demon, and some black demons, of course. Black males, black females, Negroid demons. This one is a voluptuous Oriental demon with big titties and horns. And kind of an angry look on her face. You can see the furrowed brow, the deep grooves. She's angry. Well, she's angry where she's angry about where she ended up. Demons don't regret harming others. They don't care. They just don't want to face consequences. Just like the ones in courtrooms that murder in this realm. They don't want to be sentenced to life in prison or executed. They want to claim they're sorry, but they don't want to pay the price. They cry for themselves. They'll cry tears thinking, oh, I'm going to be in prison. But they don't care what they've done. They don't care who they've harmed, how many lives they've affected. When they murder someone's family member and the whole family shows up, it's their loss. And the demons sitting there, they just don't want to face any consequences. We're in a demonic realm. And most in this realm defend evil, defend demons. They stand with them. They make excuses for them. Until they impact you in a very direct way, like taking your husband or girlfriend or your child away from you in a very direct and personal way. Then people will say, oh, fuck, that's evil. Because it hit you, it hurt you. But it's happening every day, and most people are unwilling to admit that they're in a demonic realm. that there's demons all around you because they're not killing. Maybe they haven't killed one of your family members yet or kidnapped them, or then you don't see it. That's how humans learn. They learn the hard way. They learn when it affects them personally. If it's not on your doorstep, not affecting you and your family personally, you don't see it, you don't care. You pretend that the realm is not demonic. You live in a bubble. You don't have a big picture view of what this realm is. You want to focus on little sound bites, talking points, whatever news stories come out, like the Steiner files, things like that. You just follow along. Most people just follow along. It's what they do. Most people just see, hear, believe, repeat. No thinking involved. No critical thinking. All true thought or thinking is critical thinking. You have to be critical minded to dispel the lies, the manipulation, the propaganda, the bullshit, the deceptions. Excuse me. Just give them a little bit of beauty and it's enough to fool people. Give them a little bit of sugar on top. Sprinkle some icing sugar on top. That's enough to fool most people in this realm. People are easily fooled in this realm. People. That's the way it is here. Now you can get upset at me saying it, and that's what people usually get upset at. Somebody's daring to speak the truth. It triggers people. It upsets them. It wounds their ego. It bruises their ego. How dare he say what this place is? How dare he call it a hell realm? This is my beloved home, my earth, my mother earth, my mother nature. How dare he say it's run by demons and filled with demons? You're already in hell. People say, I'm not worried about going to hell, or I'm afraid to go to hell. You're already in hell, dummies. You're walking blind, walking dead. That's the way most are in this realm. That's why it's important to see where you are. It's important. It's important. Sorry, I gotta enunciate that better. It's important. Important. Look at these demons melting, roasting. Cockroaches roasting on an open fire. Cucarachas, demons. Parasites. Parasites. There's thousands of kinds of parasites in this realm, including ones in animals, dogs, cats, brown bears. You don't ever want to eat bear meat because usually it's full of fucking parasites. Not just tapeworms, but all kinds of parasites. Worms get parasites from eating raw fish, raw salmon, for example. They're full of parasites. Bears have to live full of parasites. That's God's design. That's your God's plan. Your God seems more like what's on the screen, a demon. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above. He fucks your minds with false love. That's what people worship. And you'll tell me, people aren't zombies, Stephen. They're smart. They're not zombies. They're not evil. They don't follow demons. They're not demonic. Yeah, they are. They follow demonic gods. And they are demonic themselves. Lots of people in this realm would do harm to me if they could. If they could get to me. And if they could defeat my security and my protection. They would love to do harm to me. Because it's a demonic realm. And this place is populated by truth haters. They hate the truth and they hate truth speakers. It's more than holy water on them. It's more like salt on a leech or a bloodsucker. Throw salt on them and it burns them. these wet slugs or leeches, bloodsuckers. Salt them. Or holy water burns a demon in fiction, in Hollywood. That's what I am to them when I speak the truth. It burns them. I burn the demons with truth. I burn the demons. I burn the demons. The demons. The demons. And I hope that pierces some people. I hope it stings. That's good. You need that. That's good. Because a lot of people are very comfortable with the lies of this realm and following liars, following witches, demons, zombies, liars, slanderers, character assassinators. You've been doing it your whole life, maybe for many lifetimes here, following them, following evil rather than standing up against evil. Where do you stand? I've made songs about that. Where do you stand? Are you going to stand against evil, or are you going to join them? You're not going to be left with too many choices at the end, and you're going to have to make those choices very quickly when you're on your way out, before you're on your way out. Where do you stand? Where do you stand? Where do you stand? Where do you stand? Do you stand with evil demons? Do you stand with lying witches? Do you stand with the liars and the envious? Where do you stand? With the fakes? The phonies? The demons? The felons? Do you stand with the sex offenders on YouTube? The predators? Where do you stand? The witches that scam people with fake readings, fake psychics, fake astrologers. There's a lot of phonies on YouTube. Do you stand with these hippie demons that preach peace and love, man? And they're phony. And they fool many of you humans all over YouTube. Whether they're super famous like the preachers on TV, the televangelists, or mega church leaders like Joel Osteen and others, or they're just YouTubers. Hippie fake preachers on YouTube. And they preach love, but they don't demonstrate loving anyone. They're not loving beings. They're angry, evil liars. They take pleasure in trying to put others down, call them clowns, say they don't matter, call them disgusting, despicable, etc. And then the next moment they're preaching love and peace, man. Peace and love, man. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Peace and love, man. Look at these hellhounds. Maybe you'll be there with them. Maybe they'll be eating you alive for eternity in hell. Is that what you choose? You're free to choose. I'm not choosing for you. You're choosing. You're choosing. It's on you. Trying to get this video done today because I have a lot of things to do. So pardon me if I'm not pausing the video to drink, having a coffee. Hopefully that isn't too annoying or bothersome. More hellhounds. But they're not just hounds, they're hybrid creatures. They're chimeras. Chimeras. They're creepy creatures. They're demons mixed with hellhounds. Standing on two legs, coming at you. There's going to be gross, monstrous things here. I don't think you're going to love it as much as some of you think you do. Because it's going to be worse than your worst nightmares. Much worse. Worse than your worst nightmares. Much worse. Here. Here. There'll be no way out. There'll be screaming, gnawing, gnashing of teeth, begging, crying out, horrible things. They will want and wish for death and not be able to die. There will be no way for them to die. You'll be in a demonic hell realm with no way of dying. No way out. You will wish for death but not be able to die. You won't be able to leave here. Even death won't be an exit. It will be sealed. Spiritually sealed. Magically sealed. Not with concrete. Not with glue. Not with deadbolt locks. Not with all the stupid shit humans say on YouTube. Because they're dumb and they can't think of anything beyond the material. They're dumb. They're limited. They're zombies. All over YouTube. Tons of them. Absolute zombies. Can't be serious-minded. They can't be sincere. They can't think. They can't imagine. And they demonstrate how limited they are. They demonstrate it all the time. And then if somebody like me goes out of their way to share 10,000 or more hours, thousands of hours of work I've shared, they mock me and say, well, he has a lot of time on his hands. They're absolute losers. They're envious. They're not in my league. They're no match for me. They're outclassed. They're outmatched. They belong here. Dance in the fire. Dance in the fire. Dance in the fire. Dirty asshole liars. Dance in the fire, dirty asshole liars. Dance in the fire. Dance. And burn. Demons. These are demons. These are demons. 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 Burn the 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 demons. Burn them. Burn them. Burn them. They belong here. This is where they belong. Right here. In this hell realm system. Melt them. Burn them. Melt them. Burn them. Burn them. Seal them in here forever and ever and ever. Keep them here. Quarantine the demons here. This is where they belong. This is where they belong. They belong here. In this hell realm system. They belong here in this hell realm system. And here's where they will stay. Eating each other alive here forever and ever and ever. They can stay here forever and ever and ever and ever. Cannibalizing each other. Tearing each other to shreds. And then regenerating. They can't die. They can't leave. They can't die. Wailing. Gnashing of teeth and wailing and screaming. They can never die. They can never leave. They'll be sealed inside in this hell realm system. To burn here, to melt here. To live with regret, wishing that they did something else so that they could leave. They can scheme forever, but they're locked in. 1,000 magical seals with different combinations, encrypted, and long strings of passcodes. Ones that I can't even memorize or remember, So even if I wanted to open it again after it's sealed, I can't do it. I won't be able to do it. It will be entombed here forever. Forever and ever. I will make sure that even under threat, they can't get me to give up the passcodes. And it will also be hidden, cloaked and hidden. They'll never find it. You'll be forgotten. No way out. No way out. This will be your fate. This will be your fate, demons. This will be your forever fate. Your forever tomb with no rest. It won't be a resting place. No rest for the wicked. No rest for the wicked. No more ice cream. No more luxury yachts, summer homes. No more good spirits to feast upon. We won't be here. No mercy for you. No mercy for you, demons. This is where you belong, right here. And this is where you will stay. This is what you've earned. This is what you deserve. You're creating your own fate with your evil deeds. Your evil behavior creates this hell realm. Your wishes to harm me create this place. Your spiritual crimes create this place. You are responsible. You are creating your own hell. You demons create your own hell. You demons deserve what's coming. You deserve what's coming, you dark-ass fucking demons. You sickos, you sick fucking creatures, you creepy creatures, you psychos, you demons. You deserve all that you get here. No mercy. You deserve all that's coming to you. You fucking demons. You deserve this. You evil, creepy creatures. This is where you belong. This is your final destination. Liars, demons. This is your final destination. Liars and demons. Creepy creatures. Creepy creatures. This is the final destination for you demons. Here. And it's going to be a real hell realm. A real hell realm. A real hell realm. You'll see what I mean. A lot of liars on here say, this isn't a hell realm. This isn't a hell realm. You'll see. You'll see. You didn't choose wisely. You chose evil. You chose evil. You will pay for your spiritual crimes, you demons. You will pay. You will pay. This place is going to burn. It's going to get very dark in here. You've caused so much pain to innocent ones. You deserve punishment. You can't be trusted with eternity, you evil demons. I'm going to close and lock the fucking gates of hell. I'm going to close and lock the gates of hell and seal them shut with 1,000 magical seals. 1,000. There will be no way out. You fucking evil demons deserve it. This is where you belong. This is where you will stay. This is where you belong. This is where you will stay. This is where you belong. And this is where you will stay. You will stay right here in this hell realm. This is where you belong, and this is where you will stay.